Hello there.
All right, let's get started here. Hello, hello. I see Cheese Burrito in chat. I see Radical Jaws in chat. Welcome on in, everyone. Hello, hello. Spruik Just Craft, welcome on in. Hello, hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just waking up, actually. It is morning here, so we're slowly waking up. But we're live. We're here. We're ready to live react to some new Nintendo news here, and we'll be doing some stuff after that. Man, look at I'm so pixely here. If I switch to the game though, if I switch to this, oh cool, it's live. So if I do this, this is kind of what we're looking at here. Oh no, I was thinking this screen. I think I was thinking this screen here. Maybe something like that. Let's just get ourselves adjusted. I could probably make myself a little bigger. Bring myself over a little bit.
Hello
something
there.
like that. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I think you can hear me. I think I might be a little loud though, so let me lower my mic. Check 1 2. Hopefully that's a good volume. Let me know how this sounds. Hero Pon, welcome on in. If they don't show Diddy Kong, you will kill a man. Sound good? Okay. Because in my my levels and stuff looked like I was peaking, but if I'm doing this, it should be good. Maybe we should test a video. I guess we could test. Hey, check out my newest video where we did Epic the Musical Jingles. So if I raise this up like this, and I do this, let me know how the volume balance is.
Epic the Musical and turn them into jingles.
And
we
turn
can
them
achieve
into
this by
jingles,
using my
and we
letters
just-
to notes methodology, where we can repeat the alphabet across the musical notes A through G.
Reacting
We'll
to-
take the name of a character, spell it out on the piano, and turn it into a melody. So
React,
for example,
react,
this is
react,
what Odysseus
react.
sounds like.
You can hear this. Video's a little louder than me. Okay. So I think I can raise my mic a little bit then.
Sounds
like
pretty
that.
cool, right? But we can make
And
it
then maybe-
even better by adding some chords to it. The melody
something
seems
like
to shape
this.
around an E minor.
Oh, you're on
scale.
mobile?
If we add some power chords to fit the melody,
Volume
this
is perfect.
now what
Okay, I can raise it back
Odysseus's
down a
jingle sounds
little
like.
bit. And this is more like music and talking and stuff. So
It really gives that dark and
we could always adjust as we're going. But awesome, cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. So how's everyone doing? I feel like it's been a bit since I have streamed. The last time I streamed, I'm pretty sure was when I was at my gig, and the Schwam was playing a set. So I streamed that, and the audio ended up turning out to be awful. It didn't go too well. If you want to catch the Pokemon, I see catch Nidoqueen or something. You have to type exclamation point catch space Nidoqueen, and you will catch them, or you'll attempt to catch them at least, and then you'll see the Pokemon doing their thing in the bottom. But you're on mobile, not the greatest frame of reference. I'm good. Just woke up for this direct, praying for Diddy Kong or K Rool reveal. Yeah, honestly, I'm curious too. I'm curious to see like if because K Rool is such a iconic character, you know. So I wonder if they'll ever bring him back. To be honest, I've never really played too many Donkey Kong games, so I don't know what like the villain situation is for the characters, or for this franchise, if it's like often K Rool, or if it's like a mix of characters, or if it's like different every time. I mean, we kind of have this like group of characters. T-Bone, what's up? It's literally always K Rool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think I ever knew that. I always thought it was just I've never played enough Donkey Kong games to know. I played like the original like Donkey Kong Country a little bit, and then I have oh dude, I hope Goku goes through soon, because Goku would be annoying to hear while this direct is happening. We still have another 20 minutes, so hopefully Goku does his thing, and then this direct is only 15 minutes, so it's not too long. But yeah. You almost forgot about the direct? You know, it's so funny, T-Bone. I I have to sneeze, and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Oh, excuse me. I got my coffee here. Thank you, thank you. I first woke up this morning, T-Bone, and I was like, oh, man, direct at 9 a.m. Do I get up for it, or do I just, like, react to it later? Um, Radical Jaws! Oh, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Wow, that's so kind of you. Help, I put 108 hours into Fantasy Life, can't stop. Oh my god, dude. You know what's crazy? What's crazy is that I put in like 70 hours of Fantasy Life, and I kind of feel like that's not correct. Like, I feel like I've played a decent amount, but I don't think it doesn't feel like I've played 70 hours. And like maybe like a couple times I've let the game run a little bit while I'm doing stuff, but not too long. So I don't really know. But dude, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I don't know if you're caught up with Epic the Musical yet, but the Athena's jingle just played. The dun doo 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 doo. I know Monolith did some work on the game. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Donkey Kong better get his own Xenoblade then. Yeah, right. Dude, imagine Donkey Kong with the Monado. But yeah, I woke up earlier and I was like, do I want to react to this direct? Do I want to like maybe save it for later, or do I get up now? And then I thought about it, T-Bone. I was like, I've wanted this for a long time. You would know because, we used to work together. You would know. I would be like, oh man, dude, why are directs always happening when I'm working? Man, I wish I wasn't working and blah, 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 So I kind of thought about that. I was like, no, I'm getting my ass up. I'm going to react to this right now because this is what I wanted. I wanted to be doing this full time. I wanted to be live reacting to these when they actually happen, So here we are. We're doing the thing. I'm trying to get in a better habit of waking up early anyways, like around like 8 o'clock. Doesn't help when I go to bed later, but I've been getting better at going to bed earlier than I usually do. So, yeah. In terms of this direct, though, what do you guys think? Like, what do you think we'll see in this direct? What would you like to see in this direct? I guess like, as Hiropon said, he'd love to see Diddy Kong and K. Rool. If K. Rool is a common enemy, like final boss kind of thing, then I guess we'll expect to see K. Rool in this game at some point. Oh, I was gonna bring up the those Donkey Kong, Bananza. There's like these enemies that were shown in the original trailer. These guys. These like this monkey squad here, This is going. Actually, while this is going, why don't we do Donkey Kong Bananza
Hello there.
Trailer? Some stories, some bosses, more environments. Yeah, it seems like kind of sort of the general idea, right? Let's actually watch this direct again, or this trailer. We got some time here, so we got 2 minutes here. Let's look at this trailer one more time and see if there's anything to remind us of what's to come, as well as going off any predictions from this. This will also be good another volume test too. So let's see. So the different environments. Actually, let's kind of go bit by bit here. Let's just see if there's anything of note. Like, I don't know. You got these like golden bananas here, obviously like jungle-y. I don't know what this building is though. I don't know if it's brand new or if it's like a reference to something. Right? If this was Zelda, I'd be like, oh, that's the Temple of Time. Oh, that's Death Mountain. Oh, that's clearly Kakariko Village. You know what I mean? Zelda has such iconic locations, but I'm not entirely sure if Donkey Kong does. You know, most of these seem original to this game, but there are some statues that look like they're from Donkey Kong Country. Gotcha, gotcha. Because I've seen some reactions to people of this trailer, and it's not like when this first appeared, first thing that appears, and everyone's like, "Wait, oh my God, is that Cranky Kong's house?" And just like, "Wait, Donkey Kong it?" You know what I mean? It usually takes like a couple seconds for people to kind of figure out, like, "Wait, is this a Donkey Kong game?" You have this little crystal here with the eyes. We're getting what does this remind me of? Actually, if Radical's still in the chat, this reminds me of Fantasy Life. This is giving me Fantasy Life vibes with the this is one of the strangelings right here. You hope we have animal buddies? That would be cool. There's like a little crab thing here. Yeah, look, there's a lot of these little creatures actually. Look, there's like this little house. And even this giraffe has eyes on it. I don't think I realized that last time. How many things have like eyes on them? Interesting. So wait, what do we have here? Because there's a couple crabs with eyes, and there's this gem that has eyes. And you got this house, you got this giraffe. There's something moving here, like a little plant. Yeah, the minecart's a big giveaway. I was just totally I don't remember what my reaction was like. I don't remember if I don't think I caught it at this point. I saw a minecart. I didn't even realize that these were bananas. So I don't think I had fully realized. There's a little guy walking there. There's a guy walking there. Yeah, this is interesting. There's actually quite a few like things and creatures or objects that have eyes and are walking around. Trying to see here. You don't see too much here. It's just a leaf. There's like some kind of... I can't tell if that's a fire. Looks like it's like a little fire there. But yeah, I mean, beautiful scenery. There's a little sky thing up here. That's cool. I wonder what that could be. Ingot Isle. Does Ingot Isle have any fun references on it? Gold Rush. It says bed banana, gold, poker, CHM, I think it says. Just a lot of different signs, money. Just all like gold and stuff. Almost looks like a casino at that point. There was a thought in the very back of my mind during one of the later scenes of, wait, is this DK? But I didn't fully believe it until I saw him breaking down the wall. Poker chimp? Oh, that's probably what it says. Yeah, but it's like kind of faded out. It wasn't until I saw the monkeys. Ingot Isle didn't like register anything to me. But the moment I saw the monkeys, then of course I was like, oh, wait a minute. Is this, you know, these guys kind of like, they're not Diddy Kong, but they kind of have a Diddy Kong figure, you know, like it looks similar, especially because they got the cap, you know. You thought it was Mario for a hot minute? That's really funny. Monkey Mario. I hope we get Diddy Kong, though. I hope we get someone that's a little bit more distinct and is Diddy Kong and gets to adventure with us, you know. Yeah. We got new design here. Love it. It's grown on me. I think I remember being like, oh, like, it's fine. I don't mind it. I think it's already grown on me, though. Oh, look at that. Hold on. When he walks by this gem, it pops up like that as a question mark. Looks like it's a question mark. So, because I wasn't sure, is it an enemy or is it an NPC? It might be an NPC. And maybe you talk to it and it either gives you a quest or it gives you something, I'm sure, you know. You got another guy back here with the eyes. More of these like giraffe looking things. So yeah, I bet we'll learn about these. in this direct. I bet we'll learn a little bit more about what these little creatures are and whatnot. Oh, dude, being able to walk or climb up the walls and stuff, very cool. This whole area looks like a very giraffe island. A lot of mountains with giraffes and stuff. If we go back just a bit, it looks like there's a little cave entrance here. He probably came from there. We got a couple of crates. That might be a save point right there. That little warp thing. Oh my god, dude. If you know what I would love? I don't think we're getting it. I would love a Donkey Kong 64 situation where you can swap between multiple different Kongs. And I feel like that's a pretty staple thing in the Donkey Kong franchise, right? Like when you go into the barrel and at the very least you switch between Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Again, I haven't played that many Donkey Kong games, but I feel like that's a fairly common thing that you see. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Upon, or anyone else. But that's what I remember in Donkey Kong 64. I know, like in the original Donkey Kong Country, you don't swap between them, but Diddy is on your back in every country game. It gives you a little float jump. Oh, interesting. I thought in the old ones there was like a barrel you go into, and you play as Diddy Kong. Donkey Kong games where Diddy Kong is playable. Donkey Kong Country Returns. So there's a second player's character. It's not what I'm thinking though. Primary playable character in Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, maybe he's not as playable as I thought, but give me DK64 stuff. You know, even if it's not like, oh no, I'm right. You swap between them. It's too early. Okay, yeah. No worries. Yeah, it's early. It's all good. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that's a fairly common mechanic, even if it's not every game, of course. But you know, it happens enough that it's like, I wonder if we'll get other playable characters in this game aside from Donkey Kong. Of course, most of my affinity for the series is from DK64. So I personally would love to see Lanky Kong, Chunky Kong, and Tiny Kong in this as well. It'd be so cool to get like some kind of crew that you can swap around between. But I guess the only problem with that is that Chunky Kong was sort of considered the strong one. Oh, perfect.
Looks like some viewers were sent to Ad Hell. Let me go get them with instant transmission. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Goku. Thank you for showing up. Now get out of here and don't interrupt us during the direct. Hell yeah. We got Goku out of the way. Goku, stop yelling. It's 9 a.m. I wonder if Diddy is incapable of breaking the environment. Yeah, that's an interesting thought, T-Bone, because going back to what I was just about to say with DK64, each of the characters sort of had their own quirk, you know, and so Chunky Kong was sort of like the big guy who breaks strong things and can lift boulders and stuff like that, you know. And while like Donkey Kong was sort of just like, yeah, he's like this well balanced character. He's strong, of course, and he does like whatever it is that I don't remember all the specific things that each of them do. I know Diddy Kong has his like barrel jetpack that he has, and Tiny Kong can shrink, and Lanky Kong thought more like stretchier and stuff. So I forget like what Donkey Kong does, but Chunky Kong was like the big heavy hitter of the group. So for Donkey Kong to be able to break the environment like this, it would be hard to implement a Chunky Kong character who could also do the same thing, you know. But unless breaking the environment is just something that everyone can do in their own way, and maybe there's certain things you can make it so that certain things are breakable to specific characters. But I feel like what they're probably going for is just an entirely like interactable environment for Donkey Kong, you know. Assuming he's like one character that we play as, and that's it, you know. He's screaming this morning. Yeah, Goku's screaming a bunch. Yeah, got a couple monkeys there. Zeke's being able to dig underground like that and punching. Dude, breaking the environment. That's so cool. Pretty much turning this into Minecraft. Just Minecraft Donkey Kong, you know? Oh, he does break... Look at that. He does break the little creature. Get all the gold here. Right here. So there's this little guy here that we just saw earlier. And he actually breaks right through. Oh, this poor dude. Oh my god, look at that. Thanks for the banshees. 3-minute warning. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, breaking through these creatures. Oh, so cool. And it's interesting that all of this is underground, too. Even the parts that have, like, a sky. Oh, and you get the classic perspective, too. Love it. Golden banana. You got this little rock that's gonna... Oh, that fish. Got other animals, too, you'll interact with. Gold bananas. Oh, man, I'm so excited for this game. I would love to get this. Here's, like, some of the bad guys. There's some bosses right there. So we'll probably get a more inside look on that. It's only, again, it's only 15 minutes, though, so they can only show so much. Hell yeah. Donkey Kong Bananza. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's get into the zone here. Let's reload. Make sure we're all caught up here. This game looks so good already. What could they possibly show today besides Diddy Kong? Yeah, who knows? Oh god, there's such a mix of memes in this chat already. There's already like Diddy Kong memes because of P Diddy, of course. Then there's a couple drop the price, but then there's people saying double the price and drop the price and raise the price. Free Diddy. Oh, banana. Lower the price. No smash. And I was going too fast. It's hard to read. Stupid comments here. But Jordan, welcome on in. How's it going? Oh, banana. Yeah. Real quick, before we start, stream avatars or no stream avatars? I might do no stream avatars. Let's do no stream avatars just because it might be slightly distracting. Let's just watch the direct. Keep him in your opinion? Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll leave them off for now. They're in the background. It's still active. It'll still be playing in the chat. So if you see a wild Pokemon, you can go for it. They just won't be on screen for this. I do have oh, sorry, hold on. Okay. Okay. Sorry, just checking some stuff. Oh, perfect. Here we go. Let's get into it.
When the world felt so cruel and
vocal music?
weak, when the hole looked so dark and deep, hard as rock, cold as stone.
Hard as rock, cold as stone.
Then your beat showed the way to you.
Okay. We got a little song about the rock, I guess. Yo, I wonder if that song's gonna predict the whole game. Combine your power and show us what you got. Ooh. Bananza. What? Is that Pauline? Wait.
Bananas!
The discovery of the century, made right here on Ingot Isle.
What?
This is excellent news for #1 banana fan, Donkey Kong. However, just as he's about to enjoy the notable bananas, a sudden tempest sends him deep down underground. As his adventure begins, DK teams up with Odd Rock. But
Odd Rock. Okay, go back to the girl.
it's
Who
no
who was
rock at all.
that?
It's actually a talented young singer named Pauline.
It is Pauline.
Now, Donkey
Wait,
Kong is
what?
bananas. And Pauline wants to find a way back home to the surface. It's said that one's wish will be granted by reaching the planet core. So the unlikely duo set off on a strange subterranean adventure.
Wait, she's the one that's actually on your shoulder and not the rock?
The story takes place in the underground world.
Wait, that's so
where the scenery
cool.
changes the deeper you go. Some layers are so spectacular that it's hard to believe you're underground.
I know, yeah, that's what I
DK
thought
can
too.
Run.
Dude, they hid that in the original trailer because you have the little rock on you instead.
And climb through each environment using his incredible
Interesting.
physical prowess.
Does she do
You can
anything,
freely
though?
Move in any direction, but that's not all.
Cool, free movement, that's cool.
Almost anything in your path, you can smash,
Yeah, it's wild.
crash,
Oh, dude, the music.
and bash.
I wonder how deep you can go under.
You can even do this to a massive rock formation. You know, if you want.
Crazy.
As you barrel
Actually
through
crazy.
obstacles in your path, you'll also collect golden bananas known as Banandium gems. More on
Banana.
those later.
Oh, he like,
Let's take a look at some of the things
They
this
changed color a little
Kong
bit.
can do. Punch,
yeah,
smash,
we
enemies,
can punch.
walls,
Even the trees.
ground, and most things you can get your hands on with incredible force.
Dude, the exploration, this is gonna be
Destruction can lead to
crazy.
discoveries. So set off a chain reaction and see what happens.
Just give us good rewards, please. Don't, like, find a chest and it's like
Dive
fucking
punch.
mushroom quiche
Unleash
or something.
A powerful punch directly down.
Like Zelda.
How deep you punch into the ground depends on the strength of the terrain. Roll
Okay.
forward.
Rolling around,
Roll at
okay.
high speed and send lighter objects soaring.
Sure.
Combine this with punches and jumps to really mix things up.
Got double jump,
Hand slap.
hand slap, that's
Make
classic.
some noise to collect scattered items. Or detect hidden objects using sonar.
Wait,
You can
what?
even use
Using
your feet
sonar.
when your hands are occupied.
Ha, nice.
Tear off.
Tear off.
Grab a chunk of
I love the
terrain and
expressions on
tear it
him.
off. Or tear up turnips to find items.
Okay.
And even tear chunks off your foes.
Wow. Even off the bosses too?
Swing.
That feels a little OP.
Grab a chunk and swing it to attack. Harder chunks can be used to break stone with ease.
It just feels you
Or
always
smash
have
spiky thorns.
an option to have a like an item on you.
Chunk jump.
Chunk jump.
Use a chunk to double jump. This will help you reach new heights.
Okay. It looked like you could double jump without it though too.
Throw a chunk.
But using the rock you go a little higher.
Or aim at a target like this.
Throw it, of course, yeah.
Throwing a boom rock or gold can have explosive
Sure,
effects.
sure. Makes sense.
If you throw chunks made of softer material, you can stick them to a surface and pile them up.
Oh.
Turn
What?
observe. This lets you ride on chunks. Speed up and aim for smaller enemies to knock them away.
Okay.
Make music.
That's what
The
she
power of
does.
Pauline's singing will help
Yes.
show you the way. It can
Music,
also remove
music.
these strange seals that someone left behind.
That someone
You never know what you'll discover in the underground world.
left behind. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Barrel cannons. Wow.
Your own path with DK's abilities.
Okay. Whoa. All sorts of different materials and stuff. Looks like it was running out
Many
though.
layers of the underground world are host to a variety of inhabitants.
Yep. Ostrich. And...
Some are mysterious
What?
and aren't too bothered by DK's
Wow.
destructive tendencies.
Oh.
It looks like Cranky Kong
Dude.
and his companion Rambi are
Cranky
also
Kong and
venturing through
Rambi.
the layers of the world.
They made it. They made the cut.
Then there are the giant elders who call the underground world home.
Oh, big
They're
gorilla,
said to
big
possess
zebra,
ancient
big ostrich.
Bananza powers.
Okay.
Is that,
Are they performing?
By learning their Bananza powers, Pauline's singing can do something special.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong transform.
Oh, Mega Donkey Kong. We got Mega Evolution.
Destructive power,
Oh,
even hard
Jesus.
terrain poses no problem. Plow
Damn.
the world and smash as much as possible with the powerful Kong Bananza.
Kong Bananza.
Plus, DK can transform into a zebra.
Oh,
He's as
what?
speedy as he is striped. He can
Oh.
freeze over
Oh my
water
god, he's muscular.
or crumbling pathways.
And he runs on water?
That's the swift Zebra Bananza.
What the heck?
Oh yeah, he can also turn into an ostrich. A flying ostrich.
Why
Spread your
not?
wings and soar through the sky.
Why not? Sure, let's... Okay,
Use
I'm
updrafts
into
to
it.
gain more air. Then
If Mario
add
can
bombs
transform to all
break
sorts of
heights to
crazy
send
stuff,
enemies scatter.
why not DK? This is cool.
That's right. It's Ostrich Bananza. Bonanza transformations don't last forever, though.
Yeah. It's Mega Evolution.
Transform again by collecting gold to
Okay.
build up your Bananergy.
That's what the... Bananergy? God damn it. Cool, cool.
You're not limited to when or where you transform, and you can swap between transformations.
Oh.
So be creative and use them as you adventure to the
That's
planet
interesting. It looks like, aside from swapping, you might be able to stay in it
Standing
longer
in
if you
our
collect
hero's
more gold.
way is the Void Company, the mightiest mining
The Void
operation
Company.
both above ground and below. Grumpy Kong works to create
Grumpy
gigantic
Kong.
corporate soldiers.
I didn't think about what their names would
Poppy
be.
Kong is responsible
Poppy
for
Kong.
subterranean info gathering,
Okay.
while Void Kong is
Eh.
in charge of the whole company.
I don't like Void Kong.
This
His design's cool, but I wish they
nefarious
could came up with a different name.
banana-stealing maelstrom on Ingot Isle.
Grumpy Kong and
They're
Poppy
headed
Kong are cool, though.
straight down to the planet core.
the planet core? But no! I'm going with DK, so you just stay away!
Voidco blocked off all the routes to the lower layers, so no
Okay.
one could reach them. DK and his pals will come face to face with the enemies guarding these routes.
Mm-hmm.
So use all the power at your disposal to take on a host of powerful foes.
They seem to be all destructible enemies, though.
By defeating them,
That's pretty cool.
giant sinkholes will open, clearing a path to the lower layers.
Wow,
of the
this is
underground
the
world.
depths. Breath of the Wild depths. Definitely took inspiration from there, and then you're changing to different levels.
Found throughout the
Okay.
underground world are golden bananas called Banandium gems.
Banandium gems. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
They're not always visible though. Sometimes they're buried
Oh,
in the
dude, the
walls,
remix of
the ground,
Jungle Japes.
and
Let's
other
go.
places. There are a whole bunch to find.
Ooh,
You can
banana.
also obtain these gems by completing challenges in the ruins found throughout your adventure.
Let's do this!
Okay,
Challenges include time-limited battles,
sure. Just trying to put more content in the game.
courses where you'll need clever solutions, side-scrolling stages,
Side-scrolling
and
stages
more.
are fun. I like that.
Keep your eyes
Is Pauline
peeled to
fine?
find
She
the
doesn't get
Banandium
damaged from all
gems.
that? Oh, that's cool. Manipulate the
There are
lava.
plenty of ruins to discover, so
Sure.
give them a try.
Okay. Cool, cool. It's cool. It seems like at least the challenges are very, they vary. Hopefully it's not too,
As you collect Banandium gems,
Oh,
you'll
no.
gain skill points.
Oh no,
These
we
can
get
be
skill
used to
trees?
increase stats such as your max health or the
Okay.
destructive power of your punches. Power
Oh.
up Donkey Kong to match your playstyle. For example, if you strengthen your sonar, you'll be
Oh,
able
that's
to
what the
detect
sonar does.
treasure
I
from
see.
further away,
I see.
which could lead to new discoveries.
Okay. I'm into
Or
it.
use skill points to learn new skills.
Right. Surf. Cool.
There are all sorts of items to find as you explore.
I'm hoping the
Banandium chips are shaped like slices of banana.
okay.
And they
I'm hoping
can
the
be traded
movement
for Banandium
feels
gems at the
smooth.
chip exchange.
and not too jank to run around
These
and move
gold
around and
nuggets
stuff.
are, unsurprisingly, called gold. You can exchange gold for useful items at the stuff shop.
They ran out of creativity on the names.
There are fossils too.
They put too much into Grumpy Kong and Banana G.
Different fashions
Like, yeah,
at
here's
local
gold.
Style shops.
Oh, dude, outfits! Oh, dude, that's amazing.
Just open the closet and customize the perfect fits for Donkey Kong.
Oh, hell yeah. And Pauline, too. Perfect.
Or even
Beautiful.
change up your fur color. No look is too much for Donkey
Beautiful.
Kong. Or
Beautiful,
too
beautiful,
little.
beautiful.
Almost every article of clothing comes with its own benefits.
Oh, it does
So
have
mix
stats.
and match your look to suit the
Wow. There's stats on the clothes.
situation. Hello there.
Interesting.
If you find a treasure chest buried in the
At the
ground,
stuff shop.
crack it open, and you might receive
Yeah, they
a
ran out
treasure
of
map showing the
creativity
location of
for the
Banandium
names.
gems or fossils. Their locations will be marked on your map.
Okay.
Pretty helpful for finding collectibles. You can also see which fossils and Banandium gems you've collected, making it easy to see how close you are to completion.
I'm gonna have to go back. I don't remember what the fossils do.
There's
Or if it's
plenty
just
more
a
to do in the
collectible.
underground world when not adventuring. Need a rest? Carve out a space and enjoy a getaway.
Oh.
You can recover in bed
Oh,
and enjoy listening to tunes with the music player.
cool.
You might even find new discs
Okay.
when defeating enemies.
Nice.
When it comes to moving between layers,
The gong, cool.
subterranean eels have your back.
Oh, that's what these are.
These
Okay.
elevators will help you
Oh my
easily
God,
move
dude.
between layers you visited at any time.
The elevators.
And if you get lost, no need to worry. You can always teleport within the layer you're currently exploring.
Teleport. These puns.
In photo mode, you can freely change the in-game camera angle and adjust other settings to snap pics.
Of course. You gotta have that option now.
Get a photo like this or that.
Nice,
Unleash
nice.
your inner shutterbug and create your own captivating scenes.
Should I see if there's
By
any.
sharing a Joy-Con 2 controller or using a second set, you and a pal can control Donkey Kong and Pauline separately to buddy up in local co-op play. As
Oh,
Pauline,
no, not what I was
you can
thinking.
unleash
Okay.
Vocal Blast using Joy-Con 2
Okay,
mouse
okay.
controls. You can also copy the material
That's
of
not bad,
nearby
but
terrain.
I was like, if you get to run around as Pauline, it's gonna be nuts. But you don't. She's
By working
just.
together, even tough enemies
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
stand a chance.
I see. It's like the Mario Galaxy treatment.
This game also supports Game Share. Even if only one player
Where it's like
has the
little
game,
brother
they can
gets to
quickly
control
share
player
it to
two
another player
and
so they can join on their own
Throw little
system.
gems and like click on
It
things.
can also be shared
Okay.
locally to a Nintendo Switch system. Plus, you can play online between Nintendo Switch
I wonder
2
how,
systems using Game Share via Game Chat.
I wonder how annoying Pauline will get
Wait.
if
you
she even
need a
gets
little help
annoying.
with all the platforming action, Assist mode is the way to play. It guides you in the right direction,
Okay.
halves the damage you receive,
Wow.
and more. Assist mode supports you in your adventure.
Nah,
to
we
be
don't
the
play
best
assist mode.
Kong you can be.
We don't play assist
Outside
mode.
of the main game, there's a mode where you can carve stone using mouse controls called DK Artist.
Oh, cool.
Rotate to paint.
Does this have any implication in the actual game?
Carve material. Or add some back on.
Okay.
You can even change the lighting and add delectable banana
Oh,
effects.
okay. And
Give it a
why?
try and
Wow.
sculpt to your heart's content.
And what would we do with this? It's just for fun?
This game also supports
Amiibo.
amiibo accessories. A new Donkey Kong and Pauline
Of course they're
amiibo
gonna do a
figure
new
is also
amiibo.
on the way.
It's pretty
Scanning
cool.
it unlocks Pauline's Diva dress.
Oh,
By
wow.
scanning the Donkey Kong series amiibo shown here, gold Kong tiles with explosive power will appear.
Okay. Oh, that's
Every
it?
other amiibo released up to this point is also compatible.
Okay.
If you scan them, you'll get giant spheres like these.
Interesting. You get different types of elemental spheres and stuff. Okay.
CK, I love to sing more than anything. I have this dream. Maybe if we get to the surface, you and me, we can make it more than a dream. We're breaking through, down to the core. No stopping us, not letting get up, DK. Inside the zone.
I feel like it's such a powerful, emotional song
Join the
for such a
powerful
silly
Donkey Kong and the
franchise.
singer Pauline as they set out on an adventure to the fabled planet core.
Wait, was that Dixie Kong? And Diddy Kong?
Power?
Wait, I think I just saw them running on the Rhino. Oh. She's donezo.
Donkey Kong Bananza.
Wow.
Available July 17th.
July
only on
17th.
Nintendo Switch 2. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Very
The
nice,
Donkey
very
Kong and
nice.
Pauline amiibo will also be available July 17th.
Cool, cool, cool. That was a solid direct. That was pretty cool. They showed a decent amount here. Dude, the Pauline reveal, amazing. I gotta be honest, I was like, this rock, I don't know how... I love this screenshot too. Wait, whoa, 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 this is beautiful. Look at this. I love this. I want this as like a background or something. I love this. But, yeah, I was like, if we're getting this little rock following us around, it's like, I don't know, dude. It's like the Navi of the game. It's like the Paimon of the game. It's just like this little stupid thing that talks for us. And it's like, I'm so tired of that trope. But at least it's Pauline. At least it's a character that we like. What's interesting is that she's like young, though. Do you, like, I wonder, maybe we're going too deep already, but because technically this Donkey Kong, unless it's a brand new Donkey Kong, but like the original DK was DK, and then he became Cranky Kong, right? And then Donkey Kong Jr. becomes the regular Donkey Kong. So I wonder if they kind of do something here with Pauline as well. Yeah, that's supposed to be Donkey Kong Jr. Unless them doing a redesign makes it so it's like this is Donkey Kong Jr. Jr. or Jr. the Second or whatever, some shit like that, right? Who knows? But let's just assume that's not even the case. Let's just assume that this is just Donkey Kong as we know him, and there's Cranky Kong, and that's about it. Donkey Kong from DKC is Cranky's grandson. Yeah, for sure. So, I don't know if they're trying to do another layer by redesigning Donkey Kong like this and giving us a different, type of thing. But let's say that's not the case, right? Let's say this is just Donkey Kong as we know him. We got Cranky Kong, we got Donkey Kong. That's it. I wonder if they're doing something with that with Pauline, because it's interesting that she's a little girl instead of like her adult form. So it's either she got transformed into a kid and we got to bring her back so that she can re-age again and become her regular self, or this is Pauline's daughter. This is Pauline Jr. Dude, Diddy and Dixie? Yeah, I wanna go back. I wanna go back to that. I have to use the bathroom though, as I usually do. Let me quickly run to the bathroom, and then let's scan through this direct and see what we can find. But give me 1 second.
Who's that Pokemon?
Okay, we're back. We're back. Secret Keeper, welcome on in. Hello, hello. You're gonna be lurking. Have a great stream. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Secret Keeper, before you go, I think you have a command. If I do Secret Keeper. Oh yeah, there it is. I do have the shout out there for Secret Keeper. Bum, 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 bum. Her little jingle that I've done for her. So wait, if Cranky Kong is the one who kidnapped Pauline when she was an adult, would that make this DK Cranky's father? I'm not sure. Oh, and Secret Keeper, yeah. If you ever, whenever you come into chat, you can always do that command, and only you can do that command. Nobody else can do that, aside from me, of course, because I did it just now. But you have your own command with your theme song. So people do that all the time. They'll come in here to announce, like, hey, I'm here at the stream, and they'll do ! Whatever user. So if you type ! Secret Keeper, you can have your little theme pop up for a couple seconds like that. It's not with all the threes though. It's just with ease. But yeah. I'm glad you like it. Which would make this game take place. Okay, wait. So let me reset again. Like Cheese Burrito here. Yeah. Cheese Burritos theme. There it is. Why is this not on my other scene? I don't know. Well, I'll just swap back to it for now. But, and the Fox Yokai. There you go. Salutations. Welcome on in. Hello. How's it going today? Okay, hereupon you said, if Cranky Kong is the one who kidnapped Pauline way back in the day, I'm hearing what you say. Like the original Donkey Kong kidnapped Pauline when she was an adult. Would that make this DK Cranky's father? No, I think it was. I think like Blue said earlier. I thought it's a grandson. So that would make Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong Country be this DK's great grandson. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure how it works. I don't know the Donkey Kong family tree, but I thought, as Blues mentioned, I think it's like the Donkey Kong we know is the grandson of Cranky Kong. So I don't know who like the father is. I don't know which DK is which. Hello. Hope you gentlemen are having a very nice day. We got we're having a good day. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We just reacted to the Donkey Kong Bananza Direct, and we're actually going to go back and look at a couple things. So, I want to see... They really just teased, like...
Every other amiibo released up to
they
this
teased Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong so briefly.
is also compatible.
Was it after the amiibo stuff? Was it during the music? Or was it before that? I think it was here. Dude, I love that they added Pauline. Love that they added Pauline.
And the talented singer Pauline.
Regardless, I know whether we're figuring out whether she's a kid or adult, that doesn't matter. I much prefer this over just a little rock being on your shoulder. Love it. The fact that she comes out of the rock makes me think that she was maybe somehow transformed into a kid, and getting her back to the surface, she'll become an adult. So I'm fine with that. I'm very cool with that. But the question is, like, why is she a little kid here? When Pauline's always been sort of portrayed as an adult. But the fact that she came out of the rock makes me think there's some kind of wizardry shenanigans going on. The first time you saw the rock, you thought it was an enemy. Yeah, I don't blame you. There's a lot of like breakable enemy characters in this game. So the original DK is Cranky. Donkey Kong Jr. is Cranky's son. Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong Country is Cranky's grandson. Okay. Gotcha. So, yeah, it's interesting because then it makes me think like, is with every Donkey Kong game moving forward from DKC, where it's that DK, right? Because what happened to Donkey Kong Jr.? That might be a lore dive I'll have to go into at some point. You know, it's like, all right, each Donkey Kong in all the games, like, is it the grandson that we're playing as, or are some of them is actually Donkey Kong Jr.? You know. So for Baby Pauline to make sense, the DK we play as in Bananza has to be Cranky's father or grandpa. I mean, I guess if you're trying to think that this is more of like a timeline thing, I could see that, but I don't think it's really a timeline thing. I think it's more just like magic. I think there's just some like curse that she was put that was put on her, especially because she came out of the rock. So I don't think it's like this is a prequel to Donkey Kong Country or something like that, you know. But I'm gonna just guess that like, Pauline had some magic done on her. She got turned into a kid and then encased in a rock and sent underground, and then we got to help her get to the surface, and then when she does that, she'll become adult Pauline again or something. That's how I feel like it's gonna go. But yeah, we'll see what happens. The timeline's kind of screwy because Diddy and Dixie shouldn't be here, but I think we are maybe playing as Cranky before the whole original Donkey Kong stuff. But Cranky exists in the game, so I don't. Yeah. So Cranky's in the game. I mean, I think it's just a continuation. I think we're just playing as Donkey Kong as we know him. He just has a redesign. If anything, it's more of like, instead of going backwards, my thought is that like maybe it's forwards. Maybe this is like a new generation of Donkey Kong, you know, instead of thinking like, oh, is this the father? Is this the junior? Like, if anything, this could be like a fourth generation DK. Just because they did the redesign. That's literally my only basis on that. But it could just be like, hey, we just wanted to redesign DK to spice it up a bit, but this is still, you know, Cranky's grandson. Actually, does Cranky? What does Cranky say to him? Let me see if I can find him real quick. I don't remember how. Ostrich. I'm trying to find the nameplates. Poppy Kong, Ostrich, Zebra. Oh yeah, it was before that. Before the animal reveals. Throw. Punch. I mean, to be honest, I'm almost down to just watch the trailer again. We could maybe just go from the beginning and pause and talk about things as we see it. Let's do that.
When the world felt so cruel and bleak, when the whole
Yeah, see, so the little rock got sent from the sky into here.
and deep, hard as rock, cold as stone, I was scared.
So I guess one thing is that we're obviously going to start with the rock on our shoulder. Obviously, that's like part of the plot. You find the rock first, and you kind of follow him and stuff like that, right? But because we talked about earlier, like, oh, if she has to go to the surface, like, why are we not going up? And why are we going down instead of going up? One, I imagine that we probably have to go down to free her from the rock. And then I'm sure there's some kind of plot where it's like she wants to go to the surface, but Void Kong is doing some shit, and we don't want Void Kong to do that stuff. So Pauline's just kind of like, hey, I'll join you, and let's go deeper. Before I go back to the surface, I'll join you on your adventure. Let's go deeper, and let's stop Void Kong from doing his thing, and then I'll go back to the surface. It's probably how it's gonna go, you know. Lynn, welcome on in. Hello. How's it going? Her bracelet looks like the rock. Yeah, it does. I noticed that too earlier. Foxy Yokai says, the only thing I know is that I'm not the biggest fan of the new movie-style Donkey Kong redesign. I much more like the previous Smash Bros. Brawl Donkey Kong design. Yeah, I respect that. I respect that. The new design has grown on me. I don't mind it as much. But I respect people who like the older design. I don't know which one I prefer more, honestly. Like, I'm used to the old design, but I think the new look is just fresh. It's different, you know. It doesn't deter me away from the character at all. Didn't the voice call her an aspiring singer? That implies this is Pauline before her career. What if she grows up into her own person, forgets about or moves on from DK, and then cranky DK kidnaps her because he misses hanging out with her or something? Some game theory shit. Hey, maybe. It's possible. I won't throw it out the window fully yet. But it could just be the game also trying to, like, throw a red herring at us and be like, oh, she's an aspiring singer because she's younger. But obviously she had a career, you know, because she was older, but she, like, doesn't remember. Who knows? We'll see. Okay, let's keep going, though. Actually says DK. I wonder... No, there's no closed caption at the moment. I wanted to hear the lyrics.
When the world felt so cruel.
The world felt so cruel. And bleak.
When the hole,
looks so dark and deep. Okay. Hard as rock, cold as stone. You're scared, alone. Then the what? The beat showed the way to me. The beat showed the way to me. Okay, that's like her abilities, basically. The song is 100% adult Pauline singing, recounting the past. You know what? It could be possible. It could totally be possible. We'll have to see. I'm into it. Regardless, if it happens that way, I'm into it. Song lyrics are saying, "Cold as rock, I was scared and alone." Sounds like an older Pauline. I'm imagining the song will play at the credits after Pauline escapes and after she grows up. I could see that. No, you're fine. You don't sound combative. We're just theorizing. It's all good. No worries. I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded to it. I have my perspective, but you know, it could be another way, and I'm totally down for it.
Golden Bananas, the discovery of the century.
Yeah, so we got Golden Bananas, of course. Ingot Isle.
This is excellent news for #1 banana fan, Donkey Kong. However, just as he's about to enjoy the notable bananas, a sudden tempest sends him deep.
Right, so we saw this in the first trailer.
As his adventure begins, DK teams up with Odd Rock, but it's no rock at all. It's actually a talented young singer named Pauline.
So interesting. I wonder...
Donkey Kong just wants bananas.
That's my most, like, biggest question of the game now so far. I kind of don't really care about the enemy Kongs. Like, they're whatever. I'm sure they want to take over the world or some shit. But I want to know the whole story about Pauline. Like, just literally as we've been talking about for the last, like, 10 minutes or so. That's my biggest intrigue at the moment is, like, Pauline's story, why she's here, why she's a kid. Ooh, talented young singer, not aspiring singer. There you go.
And Pauline
so the
find a way back home to the surface.
She wants to find a way back home to the
One's
surface.
wish will be granted by reaching the planet core. So
One's wish will be granted by reaching the planet core. So she wants, in order to go up, she's got to go down. If she wants to go up, she, for some reason, needs to go down so that she can go back up instead of just going up. But, you know. Dude, especially once Donkey Kong turns into an ostrich, I feel like you're like, yo, I could turn into an ostrich now. Let me just fly you up to the surface. But...
And Pauline wants to find a way back home to the surface. It's said that one's wish will be granted by reaching the planet core. So the unlikely duo set off on a strange subterranean adventure.
Unlikely duo. This is the classic duo.
The story takes place in the underground world.
Okay, so it's like stuff like this I want to just like kind of take a peek at and see if there's anything we missed. Like there's just a bunch of monkeys around. Are there any little secrets? You got Zelda. Here's the gateway to Hyrule here, with all the triangles and everything. If we go back a bit, we got this like water. Like, can we swim up this waterfall? Are we gonna be able to do that, or is it just like an aesthetic thing? And you know what? One thing I'll say too is that I'm actually kind of glad that this game is not necessarily an open world game. I kind of like being a little bit more confined. I feel like I feel a little exhausted seeing a lot of open world games. So I kind of like to say, yep, here's just a big area that you can work with, and then you destroy it however you wish. And then when you're ready to move on to the next area, you move on to the next area. And then I wonder, like, if you come back to a previous area, is it left the way that it was, or does it get all, like, reset, you know? I'm assuming it probably gets reset to what it was originally. So when you're in here, you can destroy everything to your heart's content, move on to the next level, and then when you come back, everything's just kind of, in quite, like, video game fashion, just like, yep, here's the level again, and you can re-destroy it. And shape it your own way. Yeah, not everything needs to be open world. I agree with that. I think that would have maybe made this game a little bit more challenging if it was an actual open world to have such a destructible land. So I'm kind of glad they didn't take that approach. I like the structure that they have here, you know. There's actually a reset button on the map that you can press that resets all the terrain. Oh, yes, you're right. They did mention that at one point. You're right. Yeah, it's like Banjo-Kazooie levels, exactly. This implies that DK will wish to go up with her because of New Donk City and all that. Not necessarily. I mean, the wish could just be to have Pauline go back to the surface, and then she's, and then DK's kind of still doing his thing down here. Like, his home is down here, right? Actually, I don't know. Wait a minute, hold on. Because DK's technically on the surface already, too. This is all new adventure for him. Because Ingot Isle seemed like was his sort of territory, and then when that stuff got destroyed and he got sort of sucked into this void, right?
Just as he's about to enjoy the notable nanas, a sudden tempest sends him deep down underground.
Yeah, so he probably wants to get back to the surface too anyway. So, yeah, I guess you're right. At least with the wish, it's like they'll both go up, you know. I don't know if that'll form New Donk City. You know, we'll see. Hereupon just trying to theory craft here. I love it.
As the adventure begins, DK teams up with Odd Rock.
But I guess DK's kind of trapped down here too. I guess he's not able to just climb out of the hole. But yeah, we'll see.
It's no rock at all. It's actually a talented young.
Yeah, so we could skip through this. We saw this. Yep.
It changes the deeper you go. It takes place in the underground.
Oh, I want to look at the Ingot Isle.
The story.
Just trying to see if there's any other characters that kind of get sort of just sneakily in here. Confirmed. But wait, are those humans? No, well, Pauline's in this game. But everyone else is monkey. Are those humans that are not Italian? they're monkeys. Pauline is the mayor of New Donk City. I don't know if she founded it. Again, that's implying that this is even in the past, you know. She could have been, you know, going into work one day and then suddenly Void Monkey shows up, traps her into a rock and sends her underground, you know.
Subterranean adventure ground world, where the scenery changes the
Oh, there's like a little shadow thing here you'll probably be able to go into.
deeper you go.
This is so weird, like the giraffe creature things like this and the little house.
Some layers are so spectacular.
I wonder what
that
like
it's hard to believe you're underground.
what the deal is with this. Big watermelon. I think the water looks beautiful. Water's cool. I love seeing like stuff in the background. Yeah, nothing too of note there.
Run. Jump. And climb
I like how
through
jumping
each
too.
environment.
Jumping kind of like gives him like impact on the ground as well, sort of affecting it. That's very, very cool too. I like that touch.
And climb through each environment. Using his incredible physical prowess,
Yeah,
you
the
can
big
freely
tree.
move in any direction. But
Love
that's
it.
not all.
That could be, there you go. This is enough right here. These sort of thorns. It's like you can climb around and stuff, but it doesn't seem like he has too crazy mobility here. Like, I guess he can do the double jump with the rock and maybe try to get above this, but I bet this is high enough that you can't jump over this, and you'll probably have to do some kind of task or quest to destroy this, and then you'll be able to climb on top of it, you know? So even just for the lore, it can be like there's just a bunch of thorns that are sort of encasing the entire chasm, and so Donkey Kong can't just simply climb back up, you know?
Almost anything in your path, you can smash.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun game. I don't have a Switch 2 yet, but I would love to play this game.
You can even do this to a massive rock formation.
It's very cool.
You know, if you want.
Just completely destroy it all. All this theory crafting just for the game to not give any lore at all, I'm calling it. Probably. Not every Nintendo franchise is deep like that. But then again, sometimes they are, and it's like I don't know the franchise as well as other franchises like Zelda or Pokemon, but so there could be a lot of stuff going on that I'm just not aware of because I don't follow the franchise nearly as much, you know. But yeah, this game is going to be a huge success. I agree.
As you barrel through obstacles,
A lot of cool mechanics in here.
Also collect golden bananas known as Banandium gems.
Oh, did it runs smooth too? It's on the Switch too, so you have like the 60 FPS. It's gonna look beautiful. The graphics, the textures look amazing.
More on those later.
I won't go into my Pokemon rant too much, but this is the idea of like, Nintendo can make a game that doesn't have to be realistic, but it looks beautiful and it has a style. You know,
Let's take a look at some of the things
Pokemon's
this
got to up their
Kong
game.
can do. Punch. Smash.
You're definitely getting this in Metroid.
Walls.
I don't know if I'm gonna get Metroid.
And
I may
most
just watch
things
other
you can
people
get
play
your hands
Metroid,
on with
but
incredible
Donkey Kong
force.
I feel
Destruction
pretty
can lead to discoveries.
enticed
So
to
set
get.
off a chain reaction and see what happens.
What does he mean by that?
So set off incredible force. Destruction can lead to discoveries. So set off a chain reaction and see what happens.
Oh, does he mean just like punching the enemy into the wall and it revealed something? But couldn't you just punch the wall? I wonder if there's a bigger thing with the chain reaction or not. Or if he's just showing, oh yeah, you can just combo and attack. Oops. Little warp thing there. I wonder what that is.
Reaction and see what happens.
I don't know if it's like a warp point or if it's like where the next level is. Do you go down here and you get to the next access to the next floor, next level? That could be it, maybe. Because it's taped off, so you have to get the tape off first. Probably defeating the boss or whatever.
Dive
Combo.
Unleash a powerful punch.
Oh, there's a target in the background. There's probably some kind of
Dive
Korok system.
punch.
If we're really look at that, you got a little target here. And there's like these crystal things. So I wonder if you can take a rock and throw it. So that's a little task right there. You got a banana in the background there. Got to, I guess, maybe climb up here, try to jump to the to that platform.
Unleash a powerful punch directly downward.
Some coins there. There's another thing here. This makes you think of Elden Ring for some reason. There's like these little areas where there's like just like a big circle, right? And then you go into the below and you fight like some kind of boss. That's what it made me think of originally. Did you see the upcoming game from Game Freak? Looks crazy with great graphics. I have not. What game are you talking about? Must be so hard to level design for this game if everything can be broken. Yeah, that's why I think it's good that they didn't do open world, because I think they can now focus on a very like specific design with this breakable environment mechanic in mind and be like, okay, here's what we got, here's this, here's that, You were just thinking about Red Faction because of the destructible environment. Funny thing is they didn't even take much advantage of it back then. I don't think I know what that is. You're too young to know of Red Faction, but they had that technology since PS2. I don't think I know what that game is either. Beast of Reincarnation. I'll take a look. I'll take a look after this. There's another game that got announced. It's called Anemo. That looks like it's trying to challenge like the creature collecting idea. It's kind of like Power World, but without guns. Basically.
Lighter objects soaring. Combine this with punches and jumps to really mix things up. Hand slap.
Now the hand slap
to collect scattered items.
is a classic
Or detect hidden objects.
classic move for Donkey Kong, but I like that they sort of added the sonar function to it. I was gonna say at first it was like, oh, like Donkey Kong can punch, Donkey Kong can jump. It's like, yeah, like they're trying to hype it up. They're just trying to hype it up, I guess. But it's like, yeah, most characters can punch, most characters can jump. Like, what else can the DK do? Let's move on. And then the hand slap is like a pretty iconic thing for DK, but for it to do this sort of sonar thing now with it is cool. I like that.
Using sonar. You can even use
I guess in a situation like this, and this is just me being like maybe a little overly critical, right? Okay, so hold on.
Hand slap. Make some noise.
Hand slap, I guess, could be cool to collect a lot of stuff around you quickly,
Collect scattered items.
especially like that, and to kind of go above.
Or detect
I guess for this to detect hidden objects, is it faster? I guess it depends on what you're doing, but is it faster to do the hand sonar to see if there's a golden banana in it, or is it just faster to punch the damn thing and see if there's a golden banana in it? You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see how implemented the sonar mechanic goes. And I think it depends on how far out you'll be able to see. Because I think if there's something immediately in front of you, I don't really think it makes sense to do the hand sonar. I might as well just break the thing and see if there's anything in there. But if I'm trying to find a golden banana within an area and I'm not sure what direction it is, I can do the hand sonar, and then I see it across the wall in that direction, like maybe kind of further out, be like, okay, this is the direction we're going in. So maybe it could be good for just sort of like slowly pinpointing things. But with the whole breakable mechanic thing, I might just want to be like, nah, I just want to smash. I just want to break through everything. I'll see if there's anything behind it by smashing through it, instead of like taking my time to like hand sonar. No, that's not it. Okay, let's go over here. Hand sonar. No, it's not over here. Hand sonar. No. I feel like most people would be like, screw it. Let's just see what's in here anyway. Let's just break through and see. There's a Red Faction on Switch. Oh, I'll have to look into it. It was an FPS game on PS2 where explosions would destroy the environment, and you could do things such as bypass locked doors by blowing holes in the wall. Dude, that's awesome. I love that. Talk about DK like he's Buzz Lightyear. He can punch, he can run, he can jump. Or like Superman is like, look, it's a bird, it's a plane. Imagine you would use it like the Lethal Company right-click, just mashing until something pops up. Yeah, I guess so. I just wonder how much it slows you down by doing it. Like, I'd rather just be running around and smashing rather than stopping briefly to hand sonar, At least with Lethal Company, you can do that while you're running. For DK to do the hand slap, it sounds like he might have to kind of stop in place to do it. Like he briefly stops, you know, to do his hand slap.
Hidden objects using sonar.
But
You can
we'll
even
see.
use your feet when your hands are occupied.
That's cool. So you can still do the sonar while you're
Grab a chunk of terrain
monkey
and
climbing there.
tear it off.
Okay, this move seems like it's OP.
Tear off. Grab a chunk of terrain.
The tear off seems pretty OP because one, it lets you have access to a boulder pretty much whenever you want, which is cool. I love it. But you can jump off of it for greater height, and you can smash a lot of enemies with it too. So it just kind of feels like you can always have some kind of boulder at hand pretty much the entire game. So I'm assuming that a lot of the level design will probably be based around the fact that you can have a boulder in your hand. So a lot of things that are hard to jump kind of higher, like if you're kind of just jumping around as DK, and it's like suddenly like, oh no, this thing's too high, I can't reach that. You have to think to pull out a boulder so you can do the double jump with it, so you can jump to a higher section, which is cool. I love that. But I wonder how OP this this mechanic will be.
And tear it off.
It feels super handy to just be able to like, oh, we're fighting something. All right, pull out a rock and just start smashing everyone.
Swing.
Especially when
Grab a chunk and swing it to attack.
if there's an enemy like this where it's like your regular punches aren't going to do damage to it, you need a rock. I mean, you could pretty much find a rock almost anywhere. I guess the only situation is like if you end up in a sandy area and you're near a bunch of sand and you're fighting an enemy. It's like, well, I can't find a rock because I'm just surrounded by sand. Now you have to think outside the box and do something different. But I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Who's that Pokemon?
We're back. This is just Odyssey movement tech. Yeah, so funny enough,
Looks like some viewers were sent to ad hell. Let me go get them with instant transmission. I'll be right back.
Thank you, Goku. Thank you. Appreciate it. But what am I trying to say? Let me disconnect stream avatars real quick. I've never played Odyssey, surprisingly enough. I've actually never played Mario Odyssey. I've always wanted to, but I've never owned it. I've never borrowed it from someone. I've never actually given it the chance. I mean, I know it's a fantastic game. I've seen people play it. I've seen I've seen some gameplay of it. I've seen some crazy tech from it. I've seen some of the mini games and whatnot. But I've never physically played through the game myself. So if there's a lot of Odyssey mechanics happening here, I'm not necessarily as aware of it, just because I haven't actually played the game before. Okay, so you smash the spiky thorns here. Zeverim, did you voice reveal? I'm not. What do you mean voice reveal? I'm not sure what you mean. Welcome on in though. Hello, hello. I've never played Odyssey, no, and it's like I don't know how to. I don't really have like an excuse or a reason. It's just like I never went out and bought the game. I never owned it. I've never borrowed it. I have friends who have the game. I'm sure I could just borrow it from them if I ever wanted to. But yeah, I never played through it. You should play Odyssey. It's like the best 3D Mario game. Yeah, I hear it's great. I would love to play through it at some point. I just never got around to it.
This will help you reach new heights. Throw. Throw a chunk.
These doors here.
Or
My
aim at a
only
target like this.
other thing,
Throwing a boom
I love that we have
ball
Pauline
can
here,
have explosive
but I
effects.
will say,
If you throw chunks made of
unless we
softer
get some
material,
stuff
you can stick them to a
with Diddy Kong or Dixie Kong here, it is slightly unfortunate that we don't get to play as multiple characters. I was kind of hoping for that. That was kind of the one big thing I was hoping to see from this, but this really seems to be solidifying, like, yep, you're Donkey Kong, and you've got Pauline on your shoulder, and she helps you out a little bit here and there, you know. But it doesn't seem like we'll be getting any kind of character swap mechanic where you swap to Lanky Kong or Diddy Kong or Chunky Kong of any kind. So that's a slight disappointment for me. I like when games have multiple characters like that, and you can sort of you need certain characters' abilities in order to progress, even if it was like a quick swap, you know. Because in Donkey Kong 64, you needed to find the barrel, and when you get to the barrel, then you get the menu and you can swap between them, right? It would have been pretty cool if we could do some kind of quick swap like Genshin does, or like a lot of other like modern games kind of do, you know. But you only got Odyssey relatively recently. Looks great on Switch too. Oh yeah, I can imagine. First party prices though, yeah, for sure. I think I've always waited to see if Odyssey went on sale, and then whenever it was on sale, if it ever did go on sale, but if it ever did go on sale, I was probably like, but I'm not really like in the capacity to play it at the moment. I'm playing this game or I'm doing these things. So yeah, it's just never lined up for me to sit down and play Mario Odyssey or to get it. So, but maybe that could be something we do on stream at some point. First time finally playing Mario Odyssey. Maybe. No promises, but we'll see. Maybe you can swap out Pauline for Diddy or Dixie for side quests or something. It looked like they were sitting at a booth. Yeah, I'm curious to see them appear. I want to look at what they're doing here. Anna, welcome on in. Who would have thought I would wake up from my nap with you guys online? Yeah, we're reacting to the new Donkey Kong Bananza trailer that happened. So we already did our live reaction to it. We're kind of just going through the trailer again and just kind of looking at everything, kind of analyzing it a little bit more, and just kind of talking about the game and whatnot. So that's what we're up to today. Chunky Kong? Do you not know who Chunky Kong is, Zev? From Donkey Kong 64? That's pretty cool, too. So I like the idea, you know, we've been saying we love the sort of destructible environment, but you can also build a little bit. It might be a little wonky because it's kind of based on how you throw things together, but at least with softer material like sand and probably dirt, it looks like you can stick things together.
And pile them up.
Like that. So that's going to be fun because now you can work with like trying to get to certain places that maybe one, you're not able to get to, or two, you shouldn't be able to get to, but I bet people will find a way to build the sand and dirt in a way where you can kind of skip past certain sections of the game. Unless there's like a time limit, unless there's some kind of like brief moment where this is sticking together and then it kind of collapses. But it almost kind of feels, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I had a certain word I wanted to say, but I can't think of what it is. But like, it almost seems like it defeats the purpose if it's on a time limit, though, because if you're trying to build something to get across somewhere, but the sand in the beginning like starts to fall off and the whole thing just collapses. So there probably isn't a time limit at all. Yeah, I'm curious to see what people will be able to do with this, you know. It happens with every game. This is not an exception. Oh, yeah, for sure. Someone's going to build that with their mechanic, probably. Oh, yeah, totally. It's going to happen.
This lets you ride on chunks.
That's cool, too. Like Turf Surf.
Aim for smaller enemies to knock them away.
Assuming it's faster.
The power of Pauline's singing will help show you the way.
Music has always been big part of the Donkey
You can
Kong
also
franchise,
remove these strange seals that
which is cool. So I like to see that music mechanic implemented through Pauline in
You
this.
never know what you'll discover in the underground world.
All right, I want to see Cranky Kong, and I want to
So
see
carve your own
Diddy
path
and
with DK's abilities.
Dixie. I want to see what Cranky Kong says to Donkey Kong. Got like Rainbow Road stuff. And this one deteriorates. So this material sends you high, but it has a time limit.
The many layers of the underground world are host to a variety of inhabitants.
All these characters here.
Donkey Kong and his companion Rambi
Here you go.
are all-
Cranky Kong and Rambi.
It looks like Cranky Kong and his companion Rambi are also venturing through the layers of the world.
Oh, look whose big hairy mug finally turned up. There he is. Dude, they look great. I like this. You can't hear it? I can raise it a little bit. You want a new DK Jungle Beat? That game was fun. I don't think I've ever played it. So again, I've never, or not never, but I haven't played too many Donkey Kong games. My biggest thing is Donkey Kong 64 is the one I played the most, I feel like. Maybe a little bit of Donkey Kong Country, you know. Am I the only one? I mean, it sounds like audio's coming through for me, Zev.
The giant elders who call the underground
The
world
giant
home.
elders.
They're said to possess ancient Bananza
They're very,
powers.
very wrinkly.
Is that,
Oh yeah, how do you guys feel
Bananza
about
powers,
Mega Evolution?
Pauline's singing can do something special. She can make Donkey Kong transform.
How do we feel about Mega Evolution? It's pretty cool. I wonder how much more you'll be able to deal with it. Telling you right now, new Smash Bros. Right here. This is DK's new Final Smash in Smash 6. Calling it right here. This is what's gonna happen when we finally get the new Smash Bros. Game. We'll get all the updates and upgrades for recent iterations of the characters. Dude, it does kind of look like fourth gear Luffy. Yeah. Gear 4. There it is. Dude, especially with like the dark eyes like that. Oh, dude, this is totally Gear 4 Luffy. For sure. I love it. The whole DKC trilogy on SNES is on NSO. You could give them a try if you like. True. I know I've definitely played through the first one a little bit. I definitely have never beaten the game. But yeah, I mean, I've always had fun playing as much as I did. DK64 though, that's not on NSO, is it? DK64. That one is just like, oh, I love that game so much. I would love to revisit that game someday. Yeah, not yet. I feel like that's the one that people have been asking for a bunch. You only played Donkey Kong Country Returns on my old Wii. Gotcha. I feel like that's pretty similar to DKC, I assume. But I haven't played it. I don't know. Both Banjo games are? Yeah, both Banjo games are. I love the Banjo games as well. Dude, the stupid air horn. You hear that?
Transform. With incredible destructive power.
That's so funny. Dude, he's crazy.
Terrain poses no problem.
Look at his design. He's got the bananas around his wrists. Dude, look at that ass. Look at those cheeks. You got the banana like hair, trying to go Super Saiyan 3 Goku here.
Plow through the world and smash as much as possible with the powerful Kong Bananza.
Kong Bananza.
Plus, DK can transform into a
This is wild too. This is kind of wild. Changing into a zebra and an ostrich as well. So I guess you basically get the powers of the elders. And so far they've only shown 3. So I'm curious to know if there's more than 3 or if it's just 3 of them. But I've not played a lot of the NSO catalog. It just feels wrong somehow. I respect that. I mean, if you have the games on older consoles, like there's definitely a nostalgia for, breaking out the GameCube and playing your games on GameCube. Or, I just recently played through Fantasy Life, the original Fantasy Life on my 3DS. It's like I could find an emulator and probably play it on my PC, but I loved kind of pulling out my 3DS again and playing on that. It was pretty nostalgic. But yeah, I respect that. But there are people who don't have the older consoles, or especially for the younger generation, right? That's probably what it's mostly for. Is like, hey, this younger generation didn't get a chance to experience. It's a mix. Younger generation not getting the experience to play the older games. And then it also sells to the nostalgia of the older players, where it's like, hey, like if your N64 stopped working way back in the day, here's all these N64 games on the Switch. So buy a Switch, buy NSO, and you can now replay your childhood games on the updated console. So, but not everyone does that. Not everyone plays it on NSO. They rather play it on the old consoles, which again, I respect that. Very cool. There's a fun nostalgia trip for busting out the old SNES and 64 and other consoles. It's the most jacked zebra to ever zebra, right? He's pretty jacked. He got multiple bananas here. The Mohawk going on here. Does he have the cheeks too? Yeah, he's got some cheeks to him. He's not as cheeky as the gorilla Bananza, Kong Bananza, but he's got more muscles. He's got more of that arm muscle. The back muscles and the arm muscles. He's swole.
As he is striped, he can even breeze over water.
So he can run fast, and he can run over water. What does Kong Bonanza do? He could just break stronger stuff. I think this is what it is. There's probably some materials as regular DK that you can't break. I assume you could break more of like the rock, but if there's something that's more like steel or tougher material, you probably can't break it as regular DK. So you probably need, hard terrain like stone and stuff like that. I guess is how you'll be able to break it when you're Super Saiyan Kong.
No problem. Plow through the world and smash.
You sub? Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it.
Powerful Kong Bananza.
He's stronger Kong. Yeah, big mode, strong Kong. Gotcha.
Into a zebra. He's as speedy as he is striped. He can even breeze over water or crumbling pathways.
Interesting. So I guess his speed is going to be more for stuff like this, where if you're running as regular Donkey Kong, it'll break underneath you. But with Zebra Bonanza, you'll be able to run quicker so that you can avoid that kind of stuff, as long as you don't mess up your path here.
That's the swift Zebra Bonanza.
And even faster, too.
Yeah. He can also turn into an ostrich.
Dude, this ostrich. Oh, my God. Look at this.
He can also turn into an ostrich.
Oh, my goodness. Super swole ostrich. Jesus.
Ostrich.
He's got the bananas like on his arms there, like the feathers around the neck. Pretty cool. He's also got like a slight mohawk going.
Flying ostrich.
Oh, dude, the face. Dude, he still has hands too. He doesn't have like wings per se. He just has his palms still, and then he's got bananas as his wings. I don't know how he actually flies with that, but
Spread your wings and soar through the sky.
he makes it work. He doesn't have any cheeks. He's just got big tail feather. So he is the least cheekiest of the bunch. Oh no, but does he have projectiles though? Look, you've got eggs back here. I didn't even see that earlier, but he's got some kind of probably egg projectile you can use. But Force Mega Mode is cringe. I don't mind it. I think it's cool. Dude, if Mario can transform into all sorts of stuff with the cap, right? You throw Mario's cap on a freaking T-Rex and you're running around as a T-Rex. Yeah, this is Donkey Kong's way of transforming. It's pretty comical, honestly. This is so silly, but I'm kind of into it. It's just the Kong hands. He's still pretty much half gorilla, but just super swole ostrich. Basically just a monkey with an ostrich head. Looks like some shit out of Greek mythology. Right? I could see that. I think it could be a cool. I think it could be a cool Metroidvania kind of thing where areas that were once locked can be opened with big mode. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. You know, you'll be able to get to places that you couldn't get to before. I guess I'm curious with the flying though, because stuff like this little path up here, you can easily just climb up or destroy. So I'm curious to see where the flight will be able to take you, especially since you can climb up cliffs. Climbing and breaking the environment seems like you can kind of get mostly anywhere. So we'll have to see where the flying takes you. I mean, we did see like a floating island in the previous trailer, so it'll probably be for more stuff like that. Or if you could drop the egg on some kind of thing.
Updrafts to gain more air.
Updrafts.
Then drop egg bombs from great heights to
Drop
send
egg bombs.
enemies scattering.
There you go. I think I might have missed that, or if I reacted to that, I just forgot about it. But yeah, you got like egg
That's
bombs.
Right. It's Ostrich Bananza. Bananza transformations don't last forever, though.
Yeah, don't last forever. That's fine.
You
Makes
can
sense.
transform again by collecting gold to build up your banana.
You got the gold there. You don't need to collect coins to charge. You don't need to collect coins to charge forms with Cappy. Yeah, that's very true. I think the mechanic here works better though because you're working with a destructible environment, right? So there's going to be tons of gold. It's kind of encouraging you to destroy more of the environment so you can collect the gold so that you can become stronger, so that you can destroy bigger things, you know, or stronger things. So
You're not limited to
it seems like a pretty solid like game flow, you know.
form, and you can swap between transformations. So get creative and use them as you adventure to the planet core.
Slight change they maybe could have done. Instead of switching to Swole Ostrich and Swole Zebra, could have been cool to swap to different Kongs. You could have used Diddy's jetpack to fly around, even if it was more temporary. Swap to Chunky Kong to be big, strong thing. You know, switch to Dixie Kong or Lanky Kong for speed or whatever, right? Switching to different Kongs could have been cool. But they're playing into the whole animal thing, you know. Actually, didn't Donkey Kong transform into animals in other games? Or am I thinking about how he rides on animals? Because I know he rides on Rambi, and there's like the big swordfish in like the water levels. He like rides on top of it. But were there games where he transforms into other animals too, or is this kind of a new thing for him? That's too good enough idea for them to use. You don't think he transformed? Okay. They were just mounts. Okay, gotcha. Again, I haven't played the franchise as much. Just a few things here and there, but for some reason I thought I remembered something of the transformation. But it must be purely just mounts though. Yeah. Yeah, in DK Country 2, 3, and 64. For the mounts. Kong Erasure. Yeah, dude, I wish they kind of had more playable Kongs, but it is what it is. This is still fun, though. Still decent mechanic.
The Void Company.
I don't really care about these guys.
Works to create gigantic corporate soldiers.
Yeah, you create soldiers.
While Void Kong is
What does Poppy Kong do?
Subterranean info gathering.
Okay, so
While
she's just
Void
info
Kong
gathering.
is in charge of the whole company. Hello there.
He's just in
For the
charge.
banana-stealing maelstrom on Ingot Isle.
Yeah, they're kind of whatever.
Straight down to the planet core.
Angelina, welcome on in. Hello, hello.
But no.
How's it going?
I'm going with DK, so you just...
Love seeing Pauline. She almost looked like she was wearing like Goku's garb for a second. What the heck? He kind of transformed every time he got into the minecart. Half his size. I guess so. There are transformation barrels that you can transform into those animals. Oh, I think you're right, Gilligan. That must be what I'm thinking of. Donkey Kong 64 transformations. Let me look it up. You're right. I think you could. Oh yeah. Look at this. Yeah, there were some kind of transformation stuff here. Yeah, there's DK here, and you turn into the. It's just like briefly though, right? It's all just sort of like briefly you can transform into them, but yes. There was some kind of transformation thing. At least here, and even in this one, it looks like you can. Oh no! Or is this a mod? Am I looking at a mod actually? No, this looks familiar though. I thought you could transform, but maybe I'm getting it wrong. Because you already swap between the Kongs. Can you transform into animals? Maybe it's just a mod. Because I feel like you would see it a bunch, but I'm not seeing any screenshots of it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Regardless, I'm fine with the animal transformations.
Void code blocked off all the routes to the lower layers, so no one could reach them. DK and his pals will go face to face.
Yeah, these are okay. I think I'm a little like these destructible enemies are fine. I get the idea that this guy creates these destructible enemies that you fight. I guess I would have preferred more fights with actual characters and not just like creations. But it's not terrible. It just seems very like common, expected.
Giant sinkholes will open, clearing a path to the lower
This is
layers
cool.
of the underground world.
I love this. This actually, like, again, this kind of reminds me of like Tears of the Kingdom, going into the depths, like with this right here. But this also kind of gives me like Star Fox kind of feels. Specifically like Star Fox Adventures, where when you first have to go from one area to another, you get into that sort of classic Star Fox R-Wing, and you have to kind of go through space to get to the next area. And you only have to do that once, I'm pretty sure, and then every time after that, you can just like teleport there. But sort of having this sort of like interactive, like falling through the pit and then, you know, breaking some rocks and maybe avoiding some stuff, you know. That's kind of the vibe it kind of gives me a little bit. And it shows the depth too, actually. I don't know if this was on the side for the rest of the trailer, but you kind of see how deep you're going. SL 182, 83, 84, 85. So it's showing you how deep into the world you're going.
Found throughout the underground world are golden bananas called Banandium gems.
Banandium gems. The name puns are a little silly, but that's just Nintendo for you. Star Fox is unfortunately a seemingly dead franchise, but maybe we'll see it again on Switch 2. I would love to get another Star Fox game. I would love to get another like 64 style game, but I would also love another Adventures. I love Star Fox Adventures so much. Such a good game. It's very different from what Star Fox is. It's basically a Zelda game, but with Fox as the character. But I loved it. I loved Adventures. Give me another Adventures 2. Would love it. Angelina says, "What's up?" Elementality says, "What's up? You're my favorite. You're my favorite YouTuber." Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. I mean, there's so many content creators out there. So many people who react and play games or whatever. So that means a lot, honestly. If you're saying I'm your favorite YouTuber, I appreciate that.
Sometimes they're buried in the walls, the ground, and other places.
I can't see the fight, but come on, Articuno, you got this. Oh, we could put stream avatars back on. Now that we're not doing like a live reaction, we could put these guys back on. I'll be bouncing around watching other reactions, so take care. Sounds good, Gilligan. We got to talk as well, Gilligan, about your project. I'll DM you later about it. See if you're ready for it. But we'll talk. We'll talk in DMs. But have a good one, dude. Thanks for popping in. Fight, little bird, fight. Oh my God. Yeah, there you go. Last Jordan says the last Star Fox game bombed hard, so I don't know what to expect, if anything. I don't remember what that was. That wasn't Assault, was it? Was there another Star Fox game after Assault? I enjoyed Star Fox Assault too, but that is probably an unpopular opinion. Hey, that's fair. You like what you like. Oh, Star Fox Zero. That's right, Star Fox Zero. I forgot about that. I don't remember anything about that. Star Fox Zero. Yeah, I did not play this game. It was on the Wii U. I don't think I ever got it. It looks pretty on point, though, of like a Star Fox game, at the very least. It looks beautiful. I'm looking just at like random screenshots here. For a Wii U game, like it looks pretty good. Star Fox Zero. You look behind you. That's cool. Yeah, the one on the Wii U.
There are a whole bunch to find.
Oh, it was just another remake of the
You can also
original.
obtain
I
these
see.
gems by completing challenges in the ruins found throughout your
Oh, so,
You can also obtain these gems by completing challenges in the
okay.
ruins found
That's what that thing was. So it's just a challenge.
throughout your adventure.
I see. And that's where we kind of get into this whole thing. Right. Okay.
Challenges include time-limited battles, where you'll
Time limit
need
battles.
clever
This is fine.
side-scrolling sta-
Different things.
Keep your eyes peeled to find
Sure.
the Banandium gems.
Banandium gems.
Give them a try.
Very cool. We get the idea. That's cool. That felt very like an homage to like the original Donkey Kong, right? Climbing up the big red steel beams and stuff. You got to have that in there. Some homages to the old Donkey Kong games there. Little
As you
Pauline,
collect
she's so
Banandium
cool.
gems, you'll gain skill points.
Skill
These
points.
can be used to increase.
So we got health, and it's just all his abilities basically. It's just like health, punching, ground pound, throwing, surfing. Oh, like the riding on the ground with the rock, and then riding on the water with the rock. Hand slap, sonar. DK spin. Maybe he has like a spin attack. Trying to see if there's anything that they might have not have talked about. But I think everything looks pretty on point here. Although there's a lot of stuff here. There's a couple icons that are not being shown here. So maybe there's more abilities that we haven't even learned about yet.
Stats such as your max health or the destructive power of your punches. Power up Donkey Kong to match your playstyle.
Yep.
For example, if you strengthen your sonar, you'll be able to detect treasure from further away.
I wonder how much further away though, you know. Diddy and Dixie were in the amiibo section. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for too. I'm curious to. Yeah, you hear that DKC music, dude? Wait till you hear my Elementality EP that's going to be coming out hopefully beginning of next month. We're very, very close to being done with it, and I'll give you guys a little insight. We did a mashup of Jungle Japes, so you have like do 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 do, but on top of that we have the DK rap. But we sing over it, like, so they're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Making it very, like, singy, jazzy kind of deal. So look forward to that, chat. Next month, beginning of next month, with the DK hype coming around the corner, we'll have a new DK cover mashup coming out, along with 4 other songs in our Elementality EP coming out. We've been working pretty hard on that for a long time now. So finally in the mastering phase and coming out next month probably. Okay, let's get to Banandium gems
at the chip exchange.
The chip exchange.
These gold nuggets are, unsurprisingly, called gold. You
Okay.
can exchange gold for useful items at the stuff shop.
Stuff stone at the stuff shop. I know Sydney came in here earlier. It was like the stuff shop. Red balloon. Recover with no damage after falling over an edge. Oh, so there's fall damage. in this game too. Recover with no damage after falling over an edge. Consumes 1 balloon per recovery. Oh, so you can... So you have fall damage, but if you have balloons on you, you don't take fall damage. So it's kind of like a resource for that. Interesting. I've never seen a resource for fall damage before. I don't think I have. What does apple juice do? Press from giant apples. Automatically restores all health if reaches 0. Oh, so here's your revive. Here's your revive here. Consumes 1 can per restoration. Jez, welcome on in. I'm just stopping by to say sup. Didn't want to see the direct. I feel they will reveal too much. Yeah, I respect that. No worries. We are analyzing the trailer now. We've already reacted to it. We are currently analyzing it. I'm taking my sweet time analyzing it. But so if you don't want to be spoiled any further, I would definitely lurk. But thanks for stopping by, dude. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Balloons were in extra lives in TKC. Yeah, the extra lives is a thing, but this is more for like fall damage, whereas the apple juice is more of like your revives if you reach 0 health, you know. But the balloons save you from fall damage. But that's what I'm saying. I've never seen a resource specifically for like, hey, if you fall off the edge, instead of taking damage, you waste 1 balloon instead. A balloon pops rather than you taking health. And if you don't have balloons, then you take fall damage. At least I don't recall offhand playing a game that has like a resource like that.
There are fossils too.
Oh yeah, I wanted to know what these fossils
You can
did.
trade these for different fashions at local style shops.
Gotcha. Fossils are for clothes. There it is. There it is. Oh, we could take a deeper look here too. Am I out of coffee? Damn, I'm out of coffee. Dark blue breeches increases your speed in mud and fresh snow by 10%. Oh. Traction increases your speed in mud and fresh snow by 20%. Okay, so 10%, 20%. Bananergy tie increases the amount of bananergy gained from gold by 25%. Okay. Giddy Up Canyon Get Up extends your Kong Bananza time by 40%. Okay. Rustling Canyon Get Up extends your Kong Bananza time by 40%. Same thing. 40%. Sunset Red Fur. So this is changing your fur color now. Fiery, like a setting sun sinking behind the savannah horizon. What a descriptive thing. It's just, yep, you just change your hair color, your fur color, but it doesn't seem like there's anything to it. But fiery, like a setting sun sinking behind the savannah horizon. How poetic. And that's it for the descriptions there.
Just open the closet and customize the perfect fits for Donkey Kong and Pauline.
So that'll be interesting. I wonder how many of these things are around to change your clothes, because as you're kind of going through the environment and stuff, like if you need to suddenly change it to something that helps you run through snow better, you have to go back to one of the closets and change your outfit. Oh, what did that say? Cyan Lagoon Vest expands your sonar range during a Bananza by 20%. And then all the fur colors. The fur color bestowed upon you by Mother Nature. All natural fur. Vibrant as a tree, full of leaves in early summer. I love these descriptions. The descriptions are fun. Aqua blue fur, cool and calming, like a dip in a tranquil lagoon.
Color.
Rose pink fur, cordial and cheery, like the gift of a dozen roses.
No look is too much.
Naked, as the day you were born, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. So,
just open the closet and
what was
the perfect fits for Donkey Kong.
Swimming, extend your Bananza time, rock
And
out rags. Expand your sonar range. And then
or even
all natural fur. Oh, this is the fur, but the naked was no clothes. Okay, I see. So I was like, wait, what was the thing here? But this is just the fur
change
color.
up the fur color. No look is too much for.
And then naked is no clothes. But you could also still change your fur color, I'm sure. But just have no clothes on. I got a slight echo going on. Is that for the video or for my mic?
For Donkey Kong. Or
Check, check. Oh yeah, I see it in the mic. Yeah, I see that in the DAW. If I do this, does the echo go away? I'm assuming the echo goes away if I do that. Right. Am I alone when I hate the word britches? I'm not a fan of it either. I think I agree with you, Jordan. Not a crazy fan of that word, I guess. It's not the easiest that rolls off the tongue. Sounds like it? Okay, cool. I wonder why the DAW is picking up my mic. I don't even have Ableton up, which is weird. I'll have to look into that. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. It could just be me, but sometimes when you get a little louder, it sounds like your mic audio is doubled, like you have a second mic picking you up from far away. Oh yeah, thanks for pointing that out. I mean, obviously I do have my second mic, but it shouldn't be picking me up. But yeah, for some reason, if I increase this, my DAW audio is picking up my mic for some reason, and I'm not sure why. I'll have to look into that, and we'll see.
Or too little. Almost.
A treasure chest will appear as you destroy terrain by 10%. Increase your swimming speed by 15%. Sonar range.
Every article of clothing comes with its own benefits.
Love it. I love customization in the clothes. That's always like such a not game changing, but it's such a huge appeal, right? It's such a huge appeal to be able to change your appearance in your clothes. If you're putting on gear that it actually changes your appearance and not just your stats, you know. You notice the echo immediately after watching the direct. Weird. I wonder what might have even changed for it to do that. I'm not sure. I noticed it a while ago. I just didn't know if it was a me problem. Gotcha. Yeah, if you ever hear an echo, feel free to let me know, because we could always troubleshoot it, and we could decide whether it's like a you problem or a me problem. I never mind. I don't want the echoes, so if you ever hear an echo, feel free to let me know.
So mix and match your look to suit the situation.
Skating. Dude, I love it. I love the outfit changes. I love the fur changes. Very, very cool. Oh, look at her outfit there. Very cool. He's got the leaf tie. Love it.
If you find a treasure chest buried in the ground, crack it open, and you might receive a treasure map showing the location of Banandium gems or fossils.
See, that feels decently rewarding. That's good. This is good treasure chest reward. And not like Breath of the Wild where it's like, oh, you found 5 hardy radishes in this treasure chest. It's like, oh, I climbed this whole mountain and you just give me 5 hardy radishes? Yeah, I guess I could use it, but it's like, this feels a little bit more rewarding. It's like, hey, you found a map. Now you can locate things.
Their locations will be marked on your map.
It's marked on the map and stuff.
For finding collectibles. You can also see which fossils and Banandium for finding collectibles. You can also...
The ancient sea organism was related to squids and octopuses, though it took after the squid side of the family more. You know what would be so cool about this? If the fossils... That's probably not the direction it's going to go in. It would have been so funny if these fossils referenced other Nintendo characters. My immediate thought at first was like, oh, like Splatoon. And obviously it doesn't look too much like that. But when they said squids and octopuses, I was like, oh my god, imagine if it was referencing like the Squid Kids. And then like here it'll be like, I don't know, like warrior or like a human. And it's like Link or something. But it would be cool at the very least if this referenced other like Donkey Kong creatures. It had human-like intelligence and could even feel anxious, but what did this 200-ton creature have to worry about? For the whale?
See which fossil?
Ammonite gave rise to over 10,000 species. So what do you... Wait, what? Through cycles of evolution and extinction, it gave rise to over 10,000 species. So what did you do today? The Ammonite here is too busy making 10,000 species and populating the world. What'd you do today, chat?
And Banandium gems you...
Silly. Plant the appendage that dates back to the dawn of life. Not bad for a simple leaf, eh? Like, dude, that could have been Animal Crossing reference. Could be cool if they did that. So named because of the 3 distinct lobes of its exoskeleton. Trilobite. At least it sounds cool. Wow. So the game was like, yeah, this one's lame. This one looks kind of lame, but at least it sounds cool.
Collected, making it easy to see how close you are to completion.
Cool.
There's plenty more to do in the underground world when not adventuring.
Dude, the getaway?
Carve out a space and enjoy a getaway where you can recover in bed.
That's where you also get to change your clothes, too. So you can recover in bed. You can change your clothes here. You can do the music stuff.
And enjoy listening to tunes with the music player.
I see. So that's what the house icon is.
Discs when defeating enemies.
Find music. Yeah, the DK rap.
Layers,
love it.
Subterranean eels have...
You got the eels. I understand
you can
that.
always teleport within the layer.
Teleport. Sure,
Just
we get
other
that.
say.
Photos, cool. Love that. Ranboo. That's not Diddy Kong, though.
By sharing a Joy-Con 2 controller or using a second set, you and a pal can control Donkey Kong and Pauline separately to buddy up in local co-op play.
Oh, look at that. 2-player co-op's using the mouse function, too. You see that? Can you not do just like regular Joy-Con movement? Like aiming like that? Does it have to be... It's cool, but I wonder if it's limited to that. Because I'm still not sure how often people are going to be using the mouse function of the Joy-Cons. It's a cool concept. I love the innovation of it, but there's plenty of people who are just going to be playing like on their TVs, so it's like they would have to have a table in front of them or play on the floor. Like, it just... I'm curious to see how often people are going to be using this function for games, you know? It definitely appeals to, like, the streamer aspect of stuff. A lot of people sitting at their computers and playing, and, you know, obviously I'm here with my mouse and keyboard already, so I can easily just take a Joy-Con. I'm here at my desk, and I can move around on my desk. You know, it's pretty simple to transition to that. But for people who are just playing this game, like, not streaming, and they're playing on their TV, and they're sitting on the couch, you know, I guess hopefully you'd be able to play on your lap, you know. And obviously this is just like a second player co-op thing. Like, this isn't necessarily a thing you need to do for this game specifically, but for other games that utilize this function, I wonder how convenient it'll be to use that, but we'll have to see. So far, it looks like the only game that's going to actually use the mouse controls is Metroid. There's that other game, too, with the wheelchair basketball game. I forget what that's called. But the wheelchair basketball game, you have to use both Joy-Cons as the mouse. I think that game was built specifically to really hammer in this function, right? It's like, oh, look at this new function, and here's a game like tailored specifically to this Joy-Con function. So you gotta sit there and you gotta like move around and swipe back and forth and go back. Yeah, 3 or something. Yeah. I mean, then obviously it'll be used a little bit in other games, but I think the wheelchair basketball game was like the main game to really like lean in on the functionality of it. It's kind of like how the Wii had Wii Sports. Wii Sports was kind of like Dragon Drive. Thank you. That's what it was called. Yeah.
Pauline,
Dragon
you can
Drive.
unleash vocal blasts using Joy-Con 2 mouse controls.
Yeah, another for-profit tech demo. Yeah, exactly.
Terrain
Although that tech demo looks kind of fun, though. I will say Dragon Drive does look kind of fun. The other one, though, Jordan, where it's like, hey, here's this like manual for the Switch 2 where you can learn about it. That costs $10. That one's bullshit. That should just be free.
Give your vocals even more texture.
And Welcome Tour, yeah.
By working together, even tough enemies don't stand a chance.
Dude, that's wild. Pauline could just scream out, yeah, and they're rocks, and you just break things with it. Donkey Kong doesn't even need to do anything. That's just like ranged attack. Ranged attacks there with 2-player. That's the perks of a. Oh, so this I kind of glossed over because I was too busy talking about whatever else when I was reacting. But so you can game share.
If only one
of
player
course.
has the game, they can quickly share it to another player so they can join on their own system.
Oh, so they could play as the player too. I see. So you don't even need to do the mouse function then. You can just game share it to someone who also has a Switch 2, and they could play as Pauline.
It can also be shared locally to a Nintendo Switch system.
Oh. It could be shared to a Switch 1 as well. I think I missed that.
Plus, you can play on also be shared locally.
How's the frame rate going to be on that, though? Frame rate's going to be worse on Switch 1. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be running at the same capacity, I'm assuming. Is it like cloud streaming? I'm not sure. It's cool that it can do that, though. But I wonder how that's going to go. Welcome Tour should be free, but I'm actually liking it. What do you do in Welcome Tour? It just doesn't feel like it's worth paying $10 for. Drag and Drive is like the arms of the Switch 2. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured too. It is kind of like the arms of the Switch 2. People that played Drag and Drive at the Switch 2 event said it was dog shit. Could just be demo though. It could always get better. But yeah, I guess it just depends on how the game works and how it flows and using the mouse controls too.
To a Nintendo Switch system. Plus, you can play online between Nintendo Switch 2 systems using Game Share via Game Chat.
Yeah, good old game chat that probably no one's going to use.
If you need a little help with all the platforming action, assist mode is the way to.
We don't care about assist mode.
To be the best car.
Nice that it's in there. I respect it, but we will not be using assist mode.
Mouse controls called DK.
Oh yeah, this.
Your adventure to be the best Kong you can be.
What's the point of this?
Outside of the main game, there's a mode where you can carve stone using mouse controls called DK Artist.
Using mouse controls. It's just a fun. It's just a fun mini game. Apparently, it's just.
Material.
They said it was outside the main game. I mean, that looks cool though. They carve it out of like magma like that.
You can even change the lighting and add delectable banana effects.
It's pretty fun.
Give it a try and sculpt to your heart's
Wow.
content.
I'm telling you right now though, my sculptures are not gonna look like this. No way my sculptures turn out like this though. This feels like the artists realm. People who are actual artists will be able to craft some crazy stuff. Not me. This Mario looks pretty it's like fine, but dude, this Bowser, no way. No way am I crafting a Bowser like this. It's not gonna end up like that, that's for sure. I wonder if there's like a guide to making Bowser. Like I wonder if you can collect things that like, oh, this is like what the Bowser sculpture would look like, and maybe it can kind of guide you to making it, you know.
To your heart's content.
Pizza. Look, dude, are you kidding me? This looks so cool. No way am I crafting something like this though. I don't know if I have the talent. Wild.
This game also supports
oh, here you go.
Amiibo
So, Hereupon, you said Diddy and
Kong
Dixie
Pauline amiibo
appeared
figure is
here
also on the way.
in the amiibo, right?
Pauline.
Dude, they locked her dress. Her classic dress behind amiibo. Crazy. This will be twice as likely to appear after defeating an enemy. That's cool. Really leans into the whole music thing. But it's like, hey, you want to dress up as Pauline? You got to get the amiibo. Got to get the amiibo for it. For 95% of players, this will be used to make a penis and nothing else. Look like there are presets and you edit them. That's cool. If there are presets and you can edit them, that's pretty cool. I'm sure there's a free craft mode as well, of course, but I think the presets will definitely be useful for some people. Probably like me.
Diva dress. By scanning the
Donkey Kong amiibos here. I didn't even know about these Diddy Kong ones. Or this one, I'm sure Smash Bros. I didn't know about this one. That's cool. I like that. It's cute. Diddy Kong sitting on the barrel.
Kong series amiibo shown here, gold Kong tiles with explosive power will appear.
Oh, there they are. They're shopkeepers. I didn't even notice this before. I noticed them a little later in the trailer. But look, Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. They're here, but they're more like shop. Oh, are they the they look like they're part of the crafting thing that we were just seeing, the sculpting. Because it looks like he's got like pencils here. Dude, he just doesn't talk. The trailer just doesn't talk about them at all. That's wild. Trying to see what this says. Is this a game? Trying to go back far enough. I don't want to go back too far, but...
A new Donkey Kong and Pauline amiibo figure is also on the way. Scanning it unlocks Pauline's Diva
Just gonna
dress.
pause at the right. Oh. Wait, what? Why did double spacebar like?
Gold Kong tiles with
Prime Eats. Is that what that says? Prime Eats. So I guess maybe it has nothing to do with their thing. Then I thought this sign was showcasing what they are, but there's a lot of different signs around them. So I guess not. Maybe it's the amiibo though. Yeah. The amiibo functionality. I think the red ones are tropical freeze ones. Actually, I don't know. I wonder if you have to go up to them to activate the amiibo, or if it's just a menu thing. Because they're showing the amiibo thing right in front of them, like they're appearing here while they're talking about amiibo.
with explosive power will appear.
So I wonder if amiibo functionality is here, or if it's the crafting mini game. Oh, did it break her?
With explosive
table?
power will appear.
It did. It broke her table. Dude, look at Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong's just like, dude, what the heck? She reacted to that. You broke her table. I guess the table's not important then. Not as important. What the heck? Look at her.
Kong tiles with explosive power will appear. Every
Damn.
other amiibo released up to this point is also compatible.
Unfortunate that they kind of
If you
got
scan them,
stuck being
you'll
like
get
shopkeepers though.
giant spheres like these.
But I guess they really wanted to just focus on Donkey Kong gameplay. This one, I noticed this the first time. I don't think I mentioned it, but they're singing the Donkey Kong Country music. That do 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 do. And putting lyrics to it.
I love to sing more than anything. I have this dream. Oh, maybe if we get to the surface, you and me, we can make it more than a dream.
So I was trying to listen to the lyrics then, but I want to hear what is Pauline saying here now too. DK.
I love to sing more
Love
than
to sing
anything.
more than anything.
I have this dream.
I have this dream. I thought she said I have to stream. My streamer brain rot taken over. I thought she said I have to stream. I have this dream. Not I have to stream.
I have this dream.
It doesn't it sound like that? It sounds like she's like I have to stream. I gotta get back. My stream time's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I gotta get back in stream.
I have this dream.
I have this dream.
Maybe if we get to the surface, you and me, we can make it more than a dream. We're breaking through, down to the core. No stopping us, not any.
I don't know if this melody is part of Donkey Kong at all, but the beginning is. The
Join the powerful Donkey Kong and the talented singer Pauline as they set out on an adventure to the fabled planet Core.
Very, very cool. Oh, there they are. There's Donkey Kong or Diddy and Dixie right there too.
Adventure to the fabled planet Core.
So you get the minecart stuff. That's cool. And then right here, look at them. Look at these two. There they are. They're just like running around. It's like a racing mini game with them, I guess. Oh man. At least they make an appearance. They're in this game. Very cute. I wish you guys were playable though. I wish you were playable. Look at them. Very cool. Maybe they'll play a decently significant role. We'll see. I'm just happy that Diddy isn't dead. Hey, at least he made it in. Diddy, Dixie, and Cranky all made it in. Think long are the days where we'll ever see a Chunky Kong, Lanky Kong, and Tiny Kong. I think those characters are lost in the void. I'm just kind of going super slow, but they're just kind of breaking through this.
My own special power? DK!
And she's dead.
Donkey Kong Bananza.
Hell yeah.
Available July 7th.
Dude, even just this logo looks so clean. Dude, the design of this logo, I love it.
On Nintendo Switch 2.
It's so detailed, like within the rock. Sort of like the texture on Donkey Kong, the cracks in Bananza, the texture on that too, a little shine on it. It's really, really cool. I love the logo design. Lena, welcome on in. Hello. Wow, indeed. Big wow, indeed. I hope these two get added to Mario Kart World as free DLC. We'll see. I'm surprised Diddy Kong isn't in Mario Kart World either. I don't know what it is about Diddy Kong that they kind of keep leaving them out.
Donkey Kong and Pauline amiibo will also be available July 17th.
The amiibo looks cool. I kind of want it. I don't know if I have space for the amiibo. I do kind of want it though. All right, that was a solid direct. What did you guys think? Rate it out of 10. What did you think of that direct? Anyone that's still here chilling? You want Diddy Kong Racing? Yeah, Diddy Kong Racing would be fun too. Get another remake of that. Oh!
Looks like some viewers were
Perfect
sent to
timing,
hell.
Goku.
Let me go get them with instant transmission. I'll be right back.
Perfect timing. Lena says, I'm from Indonesia. Nice. Well, welcome on in. Greetings from the East Coast, USA here. That's where I'm at. But welcome on in. Did you get to see the Donkey Kong trailer at all? The new Donkey Kong Bonanza trailer? As you saw, we just finished reacting to it, finished analyzing it. It was cool. It was pretty fun. I'm trying to think of what I want to do next. There's a chance. So I thought about doing Donkey Kong jingles today. Since we watched the DK Direct here, I thought maybe it'd be cool to explore my next character jingle video be on Donkey Kong characters. But I think what I'm going to end up doing is if I get around to it, I'll probably stream this later, like in the afternoon. It's currently 10:55 a.m. So what I'm probably thinking of doing is wrapping up stream now. Pure Vanilla, welcome on in. Hello, hello. I'm doing good. We just reacted to the Donkey Kong Bonanza direct that happened. Oh my god, we've been going for a while now. This direct happened at 9 a.m. and it's already like 11 a.m. We've just been reacting and rambling about Nintendo and reacting to this. So what I'm thinking, though, is that I'm going to wrap up stream. I have to use the bathroom. I need to get my exercise in for the day. I need to work out, go for a walk. I have a little bit of editing I want to do. But maybe around like 1 or 2 o'clock. So in about 2 or 3 hours from now, I think I'll be back on stream to start doing some Donkey Kong character jingles. Since we have Donkey Kong Bananza coming out, I thought it would be cool to kind of explore some characters like that. Fun thing is that we don't even need to do some of the characters because we've done them already for Smash Bros. We've already done Donkey Kong, we've done Diddy Kong, we've done Funky Kong, Dixie Kong for Mario Kart and for Smash Bros. So we can spend more time exploring other characters like Chunky Kong, Candy Kong. We've done K. Rool already. We could do like Void Kong and Poppy Kong, the ones that were introduced into this trailer here. Yeah, so that might be what I'll end up doing today. But that'll probably be around 2 o'clock. So it is currently 11, so probably about like 3 hours from now, I should be back on stream. Poppy Kong jingle would go hard. Yeah, we gotta see how that'll turn out. Especially with like 3 P's in the name, right? We'll have to figure out what we want to do with those notes because it'll be the same notes there. But we could try to make it very fitting to their character appearances and vibes, I guess. Poppy Kong would be kind of very, well, Poppy, I guess. Kong leitmotif, exactly. We're gonna get a lot of Kong leitmotifs. You guys are gonna get sick of hearing the Kong motif, but that'll just be what it is. Yeah, the direct was pretty cool. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm excited. Dude, the Pauline reveal. Silvers. Also, quick shout out to Silvers. Silvers is awesome. Go follow Silvers on Twitch. Bro, in our Discord, Silvers, somebody posted your short, and they found it randomly. I forget if you know Shinraven, but if I go to... Is it our memes channel? Yeah, look at this. Look at this, dude. We go to game. Yeah. Shinraven found your ice soup thing. He shared it in our Discord here. The week after Switch 2 launch. I saw this on TikTok. I love it. Switch 2 is so much, all you have to afford is just like eating ice. Ice water soup. Yeah, this is Silvers right here. So go follow Silvers if you haven't already. Super chill guy. And I asked Shin, I was like, did you find this? Because I know who this is. And he's like, yeah, he found it totally random. So your thing's going around. It's reaching the audiences. You shot that in like 15 minutes too. It was a funny bit I had in my mind. Dude, that's perfect. That's what you gotta do, man. You think of something funny, just say screw it, record it real quick, and just post it up, and sometimes it does well, sometimes it doesn't, you know? The mukbanger hits hard. Let me catch up on chat though. The Pikachu hits hard, he's so cool. Oh, do you mean like the Pikachu jingle? Is that what you mean, Lena? Appreciate the shout out. Of course, dude, of course. Thanks for popping in. Although I can't do a request, Pure Vanilla says. Try to do Cookie Run Kingdom jingle sometime, like later, but not now. I have an idea for it. Go up in octaves for Poppy Kong. Yeah, we could go octaves for Poppy Kong. I haven't heard of Cookie Run Kingdom. This is basically what I tell everybody with requests for, like, videos, right? I'm open to pretty much doing anything, but for now, I'm kind of trying to do topics that are either popular or trendy or relevant, you know what I mean? So, like, Donkey Kong Bananza's coming out next month. Makes sense to do Donkey Kong characters around this time, right? Honestly, a lot of my content's been popping off because I did Mario Kart characters, and since Mario Kart just came out, a lot of my content, I've got shorts that blew up to like 3.6 million views, a couple shorts that have like hit over 1 million views, so the content's been kind of popping off, but it's because I hit that sort of Mario Kart niche, you know. But hey, never say never though. You know, I could eventually get around to Cookie Run Kingdom someday, maybe. But we'll see. Yeah, $4 on that 4 million views short. It's ridiculous. I pretty much got gypped. I pretty much got gypped on that short. I don't know what happened with the RPM on that, but all my other stuff is popping off and making me more revenue though, so it's not a big deal. The shorts are doing pretty well. The videos are doing pretty well. The musical video's getting there. TikTok's popping off. Instagram's doing okay, but TikTok is starting to pop off a bit with the shorts as well. So yeah, I'm trying to debate if I should put this reaction on up as a video or not. I'm kind of debating on like Nintendo Direct reactions. They don't really do too well on my channel, and as I'm kind of leaning into more of this music stuff, I think the live stream's fine, but I'm thinking I probably won't bother making a video off of this, because my reaction videos never usually get a lot of views, and I don't want to mess up the algorithm too much at this point, so... Yeah, I gotta play the algorithm game to get on board these days, and honestly, it kind of feels like it's easier now more than ever to grow a YouTube channel. You just gotta be like in the right niches and making the right content and stuff, right? But nowadays it's like people make these channels and they only got like 50 videos up and they have like 100,000 subscribers and stuff. You just gotta be consistent and play the game. But anyways, I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta wrap up and get my workout in and have lunch and do a little bit of editing. But like I said, probably about like 3 hours from now. It's currently 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right now. Around 3 hours from now is when I try to plan on being on stream again, and we will explore some Donkey Kong jingles, and we'll kind of get that going. So, for now, thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. The epic jingle video was awesome. Loved all the explanations and segues. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm still working on the flow of how I want to talk about the characters and going into each one. The Mario Kart one was really good because there was a lot of leitmotif stuff involved, so it was easy to kind of transition from like, hey, this is like what Mario sounds like, and here's what like Baby Mario, Metal Mario, all these different variations of Mario. But then there's Wario, which is a spin-off of Mario, and then you got the leitmotif of Baby, so going to the leitmotif route for that was really cool. And then, but for Epic the Musical, there wasn't as much leitmotifs involved, so it was more of like just going in chronological order of the series is pretty much how I went. It was like, all right, so from the very beginning, we get Diomedes, Agamemnon, Little Ajax, right? And then we kind of just go through the sagas and whatnot, so yeah, but I'm still experimenting with how I want to sort of talk and flow through the videos and stuff. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up on YouTube. I'm going to raid out on Twitch. I mean, at least something you can raid and run on. Yeah, we'll definitely raid. But for YouTube, I will end real quick. But yeah, I will see you guys all in hopefully 3 hours or so. So, YouTube, have a good one. Peace. See you later, Pure Vanilla.